One thing you'll notice, I have a lawn chair in the living room. Not really any other furniture. The bike's nice. I don't really look like a rich person. Not judging by my living room, I look like a crazy person or an artist. Which I could accept that title. Another thing you'll notice is I'm not in dress pants at all. These are jeans, and I have some dirty white shoes on. I'm not as important as I would like to think that I am. And I just want to let you know that right off the bat. And also that I'm a little bit of a trickster. I don't even have a belt on. It's terrible. Like the scallop fold for a pocket square. Tacky as it is. The rest of the ensemble. But anyway, what happens is, I mean, from a neurological point of view, the entire experience that what I assume you call you is having, right, is completely inside of your own head. You create the world around you, crazy as that sounds. Maybe in both ways, but at least in the way of your perspective of it. And I suppose to some degree of somebody's willingness or capability to manipulate. And so, I don't mean anything by it. In other words, it doesn't pay me. I'm not a con artist for profit or anything like that. I wouldn't consider myself a con artist, but a little bit of a trickster, some irreducible aspect of my personality. And just want to level with you right off the bat that I'm not so perfect, and if you want to hang out here after I've already told you not to, we can talk about a bunch of nonsense or something. You will not know anything else that you don't already know. More likely, something that you don't want to remember. Something you are actively trying to forget. Go enjoy the sunshine. Go catch a fish. Smile at a baby. Or if you walk away from this video thinking that you understand something more than when you started, you will have missed my entire point, and the things that I will go on to describe are only known to those who don't know it. He who says does not know. He who knows does not say. And I will be doing nothing but saying things. There's your hint. I don't want to convert you to anything or have you thinking in the same way that I do or change your mind. As you'll see later, I'm not entirely sure what you mean by you, and I'm not so entirely certain that a mind even exists. Just from the beginning, this is a pointless video. I have no point to make. Not really. For example, that is the ending of what is probably my favorite song in the world. Is that the point? Or was the point to enjoy it while the music was playing? I've worn a lot of hats in life. Nobody, for the most part. Deep down, I'm really an artist. And I can't fight it. It's not the most secure way to make a living, but you know, if it's in your bones, in your blood, what can you do? So I come to you in the exact same sort of spirit that I would with the guitar here. And so I mean that I'm just playing. You don't work the guitar. You play the guitar. And it's pure nonsense. It doesn't have any meaning. It doesn't make any sense. Just pure nonsense. I do it because it's fun. I do it because I like it. Now, what is the job of an artist? A good poet says what can't be said. A good painter paints something that speaks to the viewer. A person who entertains with the voice has to speak to the person, but they can just say any old damn thing with the right tone and enough bait, and that's what I'll be doing. I might make a few mistakes, might be a few ugly parts. I met one time Victor Wooten, who is probably the best damn bass guitar player who has ever existed, and I got him to sign this book, which is freaking awesome. This book came to me from a guy named Chris Kunzel, who used to be a client of mine, and he's a damn Yankee Doodle, from Boston, something like this. I'm probably wrong. He'll probably be pissed if he sees this from freaking Rhode Island or whatever. I can't remember. Anyway, old retired guy. This dude drove like damn near an hour to meet me at a restaurant because he heard I was going to this show to give me this book. And so not only did I get him to sign it for me, being a musician my entire life, this opened up so many freaking doors for me, explained so many things. My point is, he goes on to explain, maybe in a video I watched during this book, can't remember, he goes on to explain that there are no wrong notes. Tell me which note is wrong. It depends on the context. But man, of course, I'm human, allegedly. And I might be able to say with great confidence, absolutely sure, I don't like that. I don't like the style. It sounds like shit. I don't like the progression. That's just a matter of opinion. I can't look at that person or even suggest that they're wrong. It's a piece of art. And by that same token, there's people who are just like, oh, I can just... and it's freaking art. Okay, buddy. Anybody can take a shit. All right. I say I'm in a position to judge you, but I still will. And so sometimes when I'm writing a song, I'll put in a kind of an ugly note. Because it's so satisfying when it resolves. The rests are just as important as the notes are. And the conflict is just as important as triumph. And they go together. I would implore you just to listen to my voice as though it were birds chirping, the wind blowing, somebody playing music. And what I mean by that is you don't have to think about the significance of what I'm saying if you speak my language. Your brain will do all of that for you. Oh, how stupid. What significance? Brother, these are mouth noises. I could have just easily said blah, blah, blah. Right? Dude, it's a freaking mouth noise. I can say shit or fuck or bigger or dick or, by the way, I said bigger and dick. God have mercy, I wish. There's one damn thing in the world I'd like to have, but I don't have to prove anything to you. So what if I said something else? Sue me. Maim me. Torture me. Kill me, if you must.
You can't kill me in a way that matters. I've already planted my seeds on this planet, which will continue to grow no matter what you do.
And if you find it comforting to listen to, or entertaining, or involving subjects that you too have an interest in, well, think of me as like a river. You know, you can walk right by it. If you'd like to have a drink, come on by.
They say that the greatest trick the devil ever played was to convince people that he didn't exist. Now, you play a pretty good fiddle song to give the devil his due, but it'll fiddle gold against your soul to sound better than you.
Well, my name's Johnny, and it might be a sin, but I'll take that bet you're gonna regret it, because I'm the best there's ever been. My ass. Was that creepy? I feel like that was kind of creepy. Let's leave it. And I'll ask you to do the same thing. And I'll ask you, at least for this video, to not participate in the same thing that I refuse to participate in. That is taking life seriously. Before you decide to love me, or hate me, or revere me, or think I'm an idiot, I would ask you that we just take a small moment of silence. Perfectly fine and well to take life sincerely, with passion, with balls, with guts. But please, for the love of God, don't take it too damn seriously. You die at the end. Didn't anybody tell you that? It's a pretty simple request, isn't it? But I mean actual silence. Not this kind of, let's take a moment of silence where everybody gets real sad and screws up their face and does this. No, that's not silence. That's real silence. Or just stop thinking. You know, talking to yourself is the first sign of madness. Well, apparently, I have now graduated to arguing with myself instead of just talking to myself. I haven't lost one yet. Let's see if I do. That'll be the day all the screws come loose. Alright, okay, I'm having entirely too much fun with this. I don't think I'm possessed. I don't think deep down that I'm crazy. Then again, I've never seen a possessed person think that they were, or a crazy person think they were crazy. How do you know? Maybe I'm acting in these videos. Maybe I'm not. But if I am an actor, isn't that a bit more scary? If you have an ordinary interaction with me in the middle of the day, am I acting? Or am I demonstrating who I really am? Am I not already acting as a product of my culture who has brought me up and pigeonholed me into these certain manners of being, into what is polite and acceptable and good and I don't know.